Alrighty then, I've been accepted to a Japanese school. The whole process of applying to the school and before I can actually go there is pretty long, and since I haven't really been able to find really that concrete information, I'm going to be making I'll basically make like a quick update video every time I pass one of the huge milestones. This is one of the milestones. Just I sent in my application like 2-3 weeks ago. Last week I got now I've gotten my application approved, which means I'm approved. But still, I have to apply for student loans. I have to apply for a visa, which goes in 2 steps. I have to then pay half of the tuition, and then basically go there. And then I found out that you don't pay the other half. Like when you get there, you pay it after 6 months. I thought you'd pay it quicker, but this is the first step done. The arguably one of the most important ones, just because if I got rejected, I would have just quit immediately. Then of course the next now I have to wait for something. I'm not sure what I'm waiting for right now, but I have to wait for some kind of, probably like a confirmation, written confirmation or something, so I can apply for student loans. Because if I don't get that, I'm not going, because I will be saving up money, but then if I don't get any loans, then that money will be drained in like half a year or something. So then I would just have to come home, and then I don't have anywhere to live, etc. That's not a good recipe. I've also got this new information about the school in general. I thought that my latest, I have no idea, I don't remember where I got this information, but I was under the impression that there are classes every day, of course, but you don't have to go to all of them. You have to go to like 3 per week or something. But the information I have now is that no, you have to go every day, Monday to Friday. But of course, there's like 2 classes of 3 hours before lunchtime and 3 hours after. You don't have to go both of them. You have to just one of them, and which one you end up in depends on your level. If you come in as a total beginner, you're typically in the morning class, I think it is. And then I also found out that you have homework more often than I thought there'd be. I thought there would be like maybe once or twice a week, but apparently it's like every day. And then like a kind of a weekly test. I thought that the testing would be, I was prepared for tests, but I thought it was going to be like once per term or something, because there are term exams, but they're going to have like small tests to just sort of keep an idea where you are in progressing and stuff, which is fine. It just took me back a little bit, because I had now I know that I'm gonna have to be studying a little harder than I thought I was going to, but that's fine. Bring it on. Now another wrinkle is that you take a mortal man. Dun, dun, dun. Before you start school, you take an entrance exam, and that determines which class you're going to be put in. And there, I'm a little, as of right now, I'm a little undecided where if I should do my best on that test or not. And it sounds kind of weird, because obviously you should do your best or whatever, but I want to be in Japan for a year and study in Japan for a year, but I don't want to be up to my ears in studying every day. I don't want to feel like I'm constantly behind on my knowledge and like I have to struggle, etc. So I feel like, because a year is a long time too, if I do my very best at maybe I'm just overestimating my ability in general, but if I my fear is that if I do my absolute best on that entrance exam, then I'll get put into a an intermediate level instead of a beginner level, and then I will be studying more difficult stuff, and then I'll like maybe fall behind. Of course, I'm not going to go there and pretend I don't know any Japanese at all, because that would be bad. And besides, I don't want to start at the absolute beginner level either, because I don't want to sit there with other people and be like watashi wa yuhan desu, because that stuff is I'm beyond that, man, bro. And then of course I've been thinking a lot about like how will life be in Kyoto in general. Will I be living far away and then have to take like the subway or buses and stuff, or am I going to be living centrally, that I can walk to school? The school seems to be fairly central. Of course, I have no idea about that stuff now, but I'll keep you posted, as I said. So yeah, there's a lot to ponder, but it's also it's not nothing's set in stone yet, because I have to get a thumbs up from student loans. I have to first get a certificate of eligibility, and then something happens, and then I get the actual visa, and the visa process apparently starts a month or around a month before the actual school starts, which will be like late August or September, which is really late. I thought they would. That's just how Japanese immigration rolls, I guess, but seems I would have liked it to be a bit earlier so I could know in advance, especially because I have to pay half of the tuition, and I'm basically what I'm most afraid of is that I'll pay half the tuition, which is a lot of money, and then my visa will get rejected for some reason. Like Swedish people, fuck that. And then I'll be out 30,000 Swedish crowns, which is 3,000 euros or something. But yeah, there's really not too much reason to think that'll happen, but I can't help being paranoid. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll just keep studying and hope that when I get there, I'm prepared for what's to come. But yeah, I'll keep you posted, and stage 1 clear.